Satellite TV means a box for alternative views and alternative analysis.
Hello dear my friends, welcome to my television channel. Conflict news is coming out from the conflict of Nogorno and Karabakh. So first a recap. Fighting in Nogorno-Karabakh has continued for a second week as Armenia and Ajerbaizan clash over the breakaway region. Armenian Prime Minister, that is the Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, said his country could make concession over the region if Azerbaijan would do the same. So far, the two rivals are ignoring international appeals for a ceasefire and have accused one another of causing civilian and military casualties since clashing on September 27th. Violence periodically flares in the breakaway region, which is inside Azerbaijan but controlled by ethnic Armenians. But the latest fighting has raised fears of an all-out war erupting. However, here the two main another important concerned countries are Iran and Russia, excluding Turkey and Pakistan. So there is an update from the side of Iran. They gave warning to the people over the conflict between the two nations, Armenia and Azerbaijan. From the Azerbaijan part, Azerbaijan ready returned to talks with Armenia when military conflict ends. Azeri President Ilham Aliyev said that his country would return to talks with Armenia after the acute phase of military conflict in Nogorno-Karabakh region ends. Russian news agency TASS cited him as saying, Aliyev, who spoke to Russian President Putin by phone, said in an interview with Russian state television that Turkey had the right to participate in the mediation. Putin kept talking to Azerbaijan's president about Nogorno-Karabakh. Russian President Vladimir Putin will continue his dialogue with Azeri President Ilham Aliyev about the Nogorno-Karabakh conflict. Over the two leaders spoke briefly by phone. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said, speaking to reporters on a conference call. Peskov said Aliyev had called Putin to congratulate him on his 68th birthday and that the two men had used the opportunity to discuss the conflict. Putin calls for fighting to stop in Nogorno-Karabakh. Russian President Vladimir Putin called for fighting to stop in Nogorno-Karabakh region, saying the deadliest fighting in more than 25 years between ethnic Armenian and Azeri forces was a tragedy. Speaking in an interview with state television, Putin said he was in constant contact with Armenian Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan about the conflict. Putin described the fighting as a tragedy and said he hoped it would end in the very near future. Of course, this is a huge tragedy. People are dying. There are heavy losses on both sides, he said. In the meanwhile, the Iranian president also given statements regarding this conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Iranian president warns Azerbaijan-Armenia conflict could turn into a regional war. Iranian President Hassan Rouhani warned of the danger of the Ajerbaizan-Armenia conflict turning into a regional war. We must be attentive that the war between Armenia and Azerbaijan does not become a regional war. Peace is the basis of our work, and we hope to restore stability to the region in a peaceful way, Rouhani said in a televised remarks. He also said Iran would not allow states to send terrorists to our borders under various pretexts. This conflict already have displaced half of Karabakh's populations. Half of Nogorno-Karabakh's populations have been displaced since fierce fighting erupted more than a week ago between Armenian troops and Azerbaijan, the ethnic Armenian officials in the breakaway region said. According to our preliminary estimates, some 50% of Karabakh's population and 90% of women and children, or some 70,000 to 75,000 people, have been destroyed. Among Armenia-backed troops rises to 280. The defense ministry of the Nogorno-Karabakh region said it had recorded another 40 casualties among its Armenia-backed troops, pushing the military death toll to 280 since fighting with the Azeri forces erupted, the Interfax news agency found to report.